COVID-19 shut down a lot of things. It shut down a lot of businesses, shut down a lot of people from working. It shut down a lot of stuff in the United States. But at the end of the day, there's always a flip side to that coin. With COVID going on, and we're almost about to be in a year into the anniversary of the original COVID in a couple of months, maybe about what, 4 or 5 months, 4 or 5 more months or whatever. I'm looking back in retrospect and I'm seeing that a lot of people squandered a very good opportunity. My name is D-Rail. This is Rail's Rants Reloaded. If you can, like, subscribe, share. What we're going to talk about today is the opportunity that COVID-19 gave a lot of people, but people did not take advantage of. At the end of the day, in the United States, this place is built off of money. People need to make money. That's why every immigrant and every person from every other country and nationality comes here to get rich, wealthy, get more money than they could in their original country. So with that being said, a lot of things happened during COVID. Companies shut down. Companies laid people off. People decided that they were better off getting a stimulus check and also getting unemployment because they were making more money on unemployment. Now that well is kind of run dry. And now a lot of people are about to start kicking themselves in the butt. When I say there's a lot of opportunities during COVID, you have to understand Americans, and I understand it from a immigrant standpoint now. When they say Americans are fat and lazy, all Americans aren't fat. A lot of Americans are lazy. We live in this country with no end game, no, I want to do this at the end of the day. I want to reach this goal. I want to do this in order to retire. You see what a lot of immigrants do. They come to this country, whether it's Ethiopians, Mexicans, Asians, it doesn't really matter. I've seen many immigrants come to this country and have a sought out, well documented plan on what they're going to do. They come here, they work a job, they probably get a second job, they get a hustle, they practice group economics, they get a whole bunch of money. They work very hard. They don't spend their money on frivolous stuff. They live very frugal. They take care of their families. A lot of the times their women don't work. They're working 2 or 3 jobs. And after about 15, 20 years, depending on how long they've been here and what their age is, they take all of that money and go home. They go back to their native country because they know if they could make $200,000, $300,000, half a million dollars in the United States in a short period of time, minus the bills that they have while they're in this country, they could literally go back to their country, build themselves a house, and it'll be paid for, and their living expenses will be very low. With COVID-19, a lot of Americans did not utilize these opportunities. After COVID-19 kind of died down and they started easing the restrictions of people traveling and wearing a mask, this, that, and the third, people started going on vacation. People started complaining about one big thing. People were going to restaurants. Restaurants were closed. Not because of COVID, because they were understaffed. A lot of companies were understaffed. And now that all of this stuff is kind of wrapping up, not COVID, because now we have the Delta variant, but now that this stuff is wrapping up and they're trying to force the economy to get back to normal, there are a lot of people that are still using unemployment. We're not going to get any more stimulus checks. That's out the question. Business people went and got the PPP loans. Now, this is why I say it was a squandered opportunity, because during COVID, God forbid, and hopefully nobody got sick, but people did get sick. I got sick my daggone self. My whole family did. There was an opportunity for people to double up their money. And just like in a traditional American sense, we don't want to be controlled by the government, but at the same time, we took every resource that the government gave instead of getting off of our asses and taking control. This was the time where you could work a second job, pick up a third job, get as much money as you can, work the overtime. All the people that ran businesses, they got those PPP loans. Not the ones that scammed, that had fake businesses, but the real ones. They got that money and then they doubled up with that money. They created better opportunities for their company in order to build so they can hire more workers and maximize their profits. What did the United States citizen do? We did nothing but sit on our ass, buy up all the Lysol, buy up all the water, buy up all the toilet tissue. We became the biggest consumers off of an inflated dollar. And then now things are about to come to fruition. People are about to be kicked out on the streets because they didn't work. They could have worked, but they chose not to work. Now the well is running dry. A lot of these companies don't want you no more because if you chose unemployment, why would I hire you back when I could bring somebody in at a cheaper wage? Now it's going to be unemployment's going to lower because more people are now forced to go back to work. But with that being said, people kind of shot themselves in the foot. Like I said, businesses, small businesses and big businesses, they took that PPP loan and they expanded their growth. Now, you're going to have people that are now going back to the workforce that have to start from zero. People are getting educated about the game. People are getting educated about economics. People are getting educated about how this world works. A lot of people are going to want to go back to work. A lot of people need to be in situations where they can utilize credit. But in order to utilize credit to get things like a car to get you to work, or buy a home so you could live in or rent or become a landlord, you have to have job history. Now, banks ain't lending money to unemployed people. Yeah, you could go to a buy here, pay here, go on Microsoft Office or PowerPoint or whatever and make you some fake documents. But at the end of the day, it's going to be people that are going to want to not rent anymore. They're going to be people that understand that, you know what? During this crisis, I lost my apartment, but the government saved me so I didn't get kicked out. It might be better for me to buy a house so I don't have to deal with an eviction notice on my door. And you know what's going to happen? They're not going to get the credit, or they're not going to get the loan that they think that they deserve. Because you know why? They chose to be lazy. They chose to sit on their butt. They chose not to take advantage. COVID-19 was the best opportunity for people to think outside the box, do something to make money. But you know what people did? They bought up all the Nintendo Switches. They sat in the house. Like I said before, they bought all the daggone juice and all the cookies and all the water out of Walmart and the air freshener and the Lysol and the deodorant. Now, the hens are going to come home to roost. You're going to wish you had these opportunities. These were the opportunities for you to start a YouTube page, join a network marketing company, start a business, do something outside the box, go to work, find another job, make extra money, stack your bank account. But a lot of people made excuses. And I'm not saying everybody. I understand certain people have reasons that they stopped going to work because COVID-19 is real. So if you're a person that was a high risk, like if you had asthma or you had some sort of underlying condition, I understand. But there was a lot of people that were healthy as a fucking ox that chose to sit their asses down and fucking watch Judge Judy and divorce court and wait for their daggone stimulus money and their unemployment checks to come in every fucking week. Now it's time to get your ass back to work. Now you got to compete with everybody else that's going to be trying to get a job. At the end of the day, trying to get a job at Walmart is going to be like trying to get a job at fucking Microsoft, because you're going to have so many people trying to get the same daggone gig, but you did it to yourself. You cannot stay stagnant. America is about money. America is about building wealth. America is about creating riches for yourself. A lot of people talk bad about immigrants, but immigrants get it. Sometimes, and that's going to be another video, we're going to talk about the immigrant mentality and how black people need to start adopting the immigrant mentality. But you're going to kick yourself in the butt because the job opportunities, they're there. Everybody is going to be trying to work on the same corner. And it's going to be few and far between people that get these opportunities. This opportunity of COVID-19, and I'm not saying you could have created $1 billion company. You could have, but what I'm saying is you could have put a little bit of effort into your hustle and stacked bread, made money, got the overtime, got a second job, while everybody else wanted to take the unemployment check. I understand COVID was very scary, but everybody didn't get sick. Everybody wasn't contagious. A lot of people, including myself, worked through COVID. And I didn't get COVID from my job. I got COVID from somebody else from their job. So it was a lot of people, not just people in the health industry, the nurses and the doctors. They weren't the only ones that were on the front lines working and helping companies still stay afloat. But now, a lot of you people that were on unemployment and sucked up all that daggone stimulus money, now you're going to be put to the test. Now you got to start immediately from scratch. Come to think of it, when COVID started, in the middle of COVID, well, the beginning of COVID, I got a new job. I left one job and got a new one because the hustle don't stop. The mortgage got to be paid. The kids got to be fed. The lights got to be kept on. Rel's Rants Reloaded. My name is D-Rel. If you can, like, subscribe, share. I will have a link in the description for people that's trying to learn how to invest or want to get some free stock. Robinhood is giving away 5 free stocks for people that open up new accounts. It's free. You don't even have to fund their account. It's free. If that's something you're interested in, you go to click that link in the description. If it's something you're not interested in, click the link in the description anyway. I'm D-Rel. Peace.